The account shows $5,117.92. At 7:03 a.m., you stare at it longer than necessary. Nothing changes. It never does. Rent is $1,450 due in 6 days. Credit card balance $2,980. Minimum payment $112. You run the numbers again. Same outcome. You earn $21.40 per hour. 40 hours equals $856 before tax. After tax, $702. That money is already gone, allocated before it arrives. You are not earning forward. You are catching up. Every dollar has a past attached to it. Nothing is free. Nothing is future. You are operating inside a closed loop. Income enters. Obligations consume. Balance resets. The system feels tight, personal, targeted. It is not. It is mechanical. You are simply inside its lowest layer. Close enough to feel pressure. Too far to influence outcomes. That gap defines everything. It looks like income. It is actually structure. And structure is about to break. Level 1, lowest point. Your net worth is negative. $4,120 at 11:26 p.m. Student debt, $12,600. Credit utilization, 91%. Savings minimal. This is pure zero power. You have no leverage. Only effort. You exchange time for fixed compensation. Hours define income. Income defines survival. The ceiling is rigid. You feel it daily. Exhaustion becomes financial feedback. You begin adjusting behavior. You track every transaction. Groceries, $64.12. Transport, $18.90. Subscriptions canceled. Spending narrows aggressively. This is contraction, not growth. Still essential. You open a savings account at 4.6%. AP. Deposit $250. It earns 96 cents. Monthly. Insignificant. Still meaningful. Money pauses instead of disappearing. That pause is new. Psychological shift begins quietly. You notice patterns. You see leakage. You correct it. You are no longer passive. Still powerless, but aware. Awareness is the first deviation from the system. The cost appears socially. Fewer dinners. Fewer outings. Silence replaces participation. Nobody tracks your restraint. No validation. No signal. Just numbers tightening slowly. You remain inside the system. But something small begins resisting it. And resistance compounds differently. Level 2. First action. Your net worth reaches $0 at 9:18 p.m. No celebration. Just absence of debt. That absence changes behavior immediately. You build savings to $1,500. Then, $2,300. Consistency replaces urgency. You purchase your first asset. A broad market index fund. Expense ratio 0.02%. Initial by $2,000. It moves daily. Down $47. Up $63. You watch closely. Then less. Behavior shifts again. You automate contributions. $300 monthly. No decisions required. Evidence begins forming. Dividends of $11.20. Reinvested automatically. You understand compounding structurally, not emotionally. Time multiplied by repetition. Psychological transformation stabilizes. You detach from short-term movement. You focus on accumulation velocity. You are an owner now. Small. Almost invisible. But direction has changed permanently. The cost remains subtle. You reduce consumption further. Delay gratification repeatedly. Others upgrade. You consolidate. There is no visible difference externally. Internally, the system has recognized a shift. You are no longer purely consuming output. You are capturing it. Slowly, quietly, and capture changes everything. Level 3. First leverage. Your portfolio crosses $15,000 on a Monday morning. The number feels different. Movement becomes noticeable. A 6.5% return projects $975 annually. Not earned. Produced. Behavior shifts immediately. You prioritize capital over consumption consistently. You open tax-advantaged accounts. Roth IRA funded at $6,500. You add income streams. Freelance work generates. $900 monthly. Irregular. Still scalable. You reinvest 75%. Systems emerge. Automatic transfers. Scheduled investments. Recurring allocations. Money flows without constant input. Evidence compounds gradually. Portfolio allocation stabilizes. 75% equities, 15% bonds, 10% liquidity. You introduce risk frameworks, not avoidance. Calibration. Psychological transformation deepens. You think in return rates, not dollar amounts. 2% matters. 8% compounds. You are a capital allocator now. The framework changes completely. Time horizon extends. Years replace weeks. The cost becomes structured discipline. You commit capital regardless of emotion. You cannot easily reverse. That constraint is intentional. It builds consistency. Others remain reactive. You operate systematically. From outside, nothing appears different. Same lifestyle. Same patterns. Internally, acceleration has begun. Small at first, then persistent. Each cycle reinforces the next. The system no longer requires motivation. It runs on structure, and structure begins scaling beyond your direct awareness. Level 4, the acceleration. Your net worth reaches $150,000 at 1:42 p.m. The threshold is real. Growth becomes visible. A 7% return generates $10,500 annually, nearly $875 monthly. Independent of labor. Behavior shifts again. You reduce reliance on salary. You expand asset acquisition. You purchase real estate. Property price $310,000. Down payment $62,000. Mortgage rate 6.5%. Monthly rent $2,200. Net cash flow $410. Consistent. Leveraged. You understand debt. Structurally now, it amplifies ownership when controlled. Evidence expands rapidly. You analyze cap rates, maintenance reserves, vacancy projections. You operate systems, not tasks. Psychological transformation sharpens further. You evaluate return on invested capital, not effort, not time. You are an operator now. Assets produce. You coordinate. The cost increases quietly. Responsibility multiplies. Repairs. Tenant risk. Regulatory changes. It is not passive. It is engineered effort. From outside, stability. From inside, continuous management. Still, momentum accelerates. Equity builds monthly. Appreciation compounds yearly. Numbers begin moving faster than your direct input. The system scales, and you begin to experience velocity instead of growth. The difference is structural and irreversible. Level 5, new world opens. Your net worth crosses $1 million. At 10:06 a.m., the shift is immediate, not in lifestyle, in access. Financial institutions respond differently. You secure a $400,000 credit line at 5.4%. Liquidity replaces savings urgency. Behavior shifts. You deploy capital instead of storing it. Multiple investments execute simultaneously. Index funds, rental properties, private placements. Evidence compounds quickly. 8% returns generate $80,000 annually. Passive income approaches full salary replacement. Psychological transformation stabilizes into control. You are directing capital flows now, not chasing income. You are the architect now. Systems replace effort entirely. The cost becomes isolation. Fewer comparable peers. Conversations shift. Risk tolerance diverges. You operate inside a different framework. The world appears unchanged externally. Internally, everything is structured. Tax strategies optimize outcomes. Depreciation offsets income. Gains are timed deliberately. Nothing is random. Every move is calculated. And calculation introduces a higher level of leverage, one that compounds faster than capital itself. Level 6, the architecture. Your portfolio produces $320,000 annually without direct labor. The system is fully constructed. Multiple streams operate simultaneously. Public markets, real estate, private equity. Behavior shifts toward optimization. You eliminate inefficiencies. Tax exposure minimized through structured entities. LLCs, trust frameworks. Strategic allocation. Evidence of scale becomes undeniable. Minimum investments rise. $150,000 per deal. Access expands further. Networks evolve. You interact with operators, not workers. Psychological transformation becomes abstract. Money loses emotional weight. It becomes functional. You are the system now. Capital flows through your decisions, not your effort. The cost disappears externally. Internally, time fragments. Constant evaluation, continuous allocation. Rest becomes inefficient. The contrast sharpens. From outside, complete freedom. From inside, constant positioning. Still, growth continues independently. Compounding accelerates without input. Each layer reinforces the structure. Opportunities arrive without pursuit. They appear consistently, quietly, inevitably. Level 7, the invisible hand. Your net worth reaches $10 million. Across diversified systems, the threshold is structural dominance. You no longer participate directly. You influence outcomes indirectly. Behavior shifts toward positioning capital and scale. You allocate into funds managing $800 million portfolios. Your share is fractional. Your influence is not. Evidence appears in board-level visibility. Strategic input, directional impact, psychological transformation completes fully. You are the current it runs on. Money moves based on placement, not effort. The cost becomes philosophical distance. Outcomes extend beyond visibility. Employees, markets, systems shift beneath decisions you never directly observe. The system abstracts consequence. Returns are measured. Effects dissipate. The contrast stabilizes permanently. External success. Internal detachment. You operate above volatility entirely. Markets fluctuate below your layer. Exposure is engineered, controlled, intentional. At this level, money is no longer the goal. It is infrastructure, and the system continues expanding beyond perception. Final level, the mirror. The balance shows $5,117.92 again. Same screen, same stillness. Nothing has moved. Rent still approaching. Debt still present. Structure unchanged. From above, the pattern is clear. Numbers are not the constraint. Behavior is. Small decisions repeat. They compound. Slowly. Invisibly. The system responds to patterns. Not intention. You understand this now. He does not. He refreshes again. Waits for change. Calculates again. Subtracts again. The loop restarts. Quiet. Precise. Perfectly aligned with the system's design. He believes the number is wrong. It is not. The structure remains intact. The machine continues. It absorbs. Reallocates. Compounds. Indifferent. Continuous. The screen glows the same way. The number stays fixed. Waiting. The pattern repeats. Recognized instantly. And the machine moves forward again. Most people will watch this and feel the weight of level 1. They will refresh the screen, wait for a sign, and let the machine take another year of their life. But the system only rewards those who stop observing and start engineering. You are currently at a crossroads. You can close this video and return to the loop, or you can commit to the first shift. Prove to the algorithm and to yourself that you've moved. Comment your current level below. Not where you want to be, but where you are today. If you're at level 0, type level 0. This is the only signal that matters. Subscribe to bridge the gap between where you sit and where the system moves. The machine doesn't wait. Neither should you. Look closely. The system is looking back.